Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Gascles Stevens from Gearworks.com here with another episode of Gearworks Take on News, my short format news show, video and audio, where I cover three of the top stories that caught my eye today in either games or tech and kind of run them down very quickly and also throw my own opinion and quick assessment on top of it. So I know it's been quite some time since I recorded and posted an episode, but I had a little window tonight, so I'm going to try and get through these quickly because my allergies are killing me. First up in the rundown is posted on Destructoid. There's a $599 Nintendo Switch bundle available online at GameStop. So Destructoid reports GameStop is calling it the Nintendo Switch Starter Bundle, and it's priced at $599.99, basically double the cost of the console system alone. You can buy it, but you won't get the console delivered until April 16th, or more than a month from today. Not exactly an ideal situation, but if you're interested in a new unit that will arrive eventually without having to pay for scalper pricing, this might be your best route. So my own personal assessment is we've definitely gone through this kind of thing before with scarce supply of a given console at its launch. I can definitely remember going through this with the PlayStation 2 and also with the Xbox 360. The thing I would offer is, as convenient as it is to order the GameStop bundle, it might be the way to go simply to get your hands on a unit that you definitely know will be delivered on a specific date, and then you can conserve your level of effort that you might be expending running around all over town to different retail outlets trying to lock down a unit. However, my own personal preference is I don't really like these bundles that specify the contents of them at a very high price. So what you might want to do is you might want to hold out and try and find a retailer or an online vendor who will sell a bundle. It might still be at an elevated price, but allows you to select what you put in the bundle. So for the PlayStation 2 specifically, GameStop did the same thing. They specified things that had to be in the bundle. However, at my local mall at the time around the corner, Wizards of the Coast was also selling a bundle at the same price, but they allowed me to choose and decide what games were in there, and the additional cost was made up by the specification that you had to buy like $150 worth of accessories, but you could decide what those accessories were. So that was a much preferred situation. And then I had the same situation when I went to buy the Xbox 360. GameStop had a bundle where they specified what was in it. However, on Amazon, a storefront that had recently opened was selling an Xbox 360 where they allowed you to select the games and the accessories that went in the bundle. I would also mention, also keep an eye out on eBay, because even though eBay may be haunted primarily by scalpers, it is also used as a sales market for legitimate businesses with storefronts running specific deals, such as Newegg or Tiger Direct. So there is a Newegg eBay page on eBay. It's a good place to shop for deals and refurbished equipment, but you might want to keep an eye out there and see if they run a bundle deal on the Nintendo Switch. So to get back to the Destructoid article, just to specify, the bundle, the Nintendo Starter Bundle, comes with the Nintendo Switch with the gray Joy-Cons, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild Expansion Pack, and Breath of the Wild Complete Official Guide, the game Snipper Clips, and Just Dance 2017. You also get the Nintendo Switch Joy-Con charging dock, the Nintendo Switch hybrid cover, a SanDisk Ultra 64GB microSD card with adapter, and the PowerKit AC adapter. So this bundle is actually not overpriced. It is basically the rolled up price if you bought each of these things individually at retail. So your call. Next up in the news rundown, over on Game Insider, there is a post about Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 being delayed until April 25th of 2017. CI Games has confirmed today that Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 will be delayed until Tuesday, April 25th, 2017. After some internal discussion with the development team, a decision was made to delay the release 3 more weeks to complete some final implementations based on the feedback CI Games received during the beta. Now, I'm reporting on this not because I'm overly interested in Sniper Ghost Warrior 3, but because I did play the beta, and I also had a pretty negative opinion of it. There were physics problems, I felt like, where you could run up one side of a hill, but if you tried to come down the side of a hill, you would fall down and take damage. Excuse me, like I said, my allergies are very bad today. My problem with that is if the cliff face is so steep that you fall down it, why are you allowed to climb up it? So, and there are some other kind of problems with the way the AI addressed you. At one point, I was walking in the front entrance to a compound. A truck clearly containing one of the bad guys stopped behind me because I was blocking his way into the compound, very politely waited on me to cross the road and clear, and then proceeded to go in. The whole time I'm thinking that he was going to draw down on me and start to attack. So it didn't really make sense to me that he was enemy AI and just completely ignored me. But obviously, as soon as I was seen by somebody inside the base, then I was promptly attacked and alarms were set off. So I agree. I think Sniper Ghost Warrior 3 from CI Games needed some additional work. So I'm kind of happy and glad to hear that they're going to take the additional time to brush it off. Third and last story over on Game Informer. Destiny's Age of Triumph details are revealed. After last week's big news about Destiny 3, Bungie took today to pull back the curtain on at least some aspects of Destiny's forthcoming spring content release entitled Age of Triumph, coming to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on March 28th. Over the course of an hour-plus live stream, Bungie developers Ryan Paradis and Joe Blackburn joined community manager David Deijday to discuss some of the specifics of the free online update coming at the end of March. So probably the two big things that are coming out in this update, which is the final update for Destiny 1 before the team swerves to completely focus on the remaining development on Destiny 2, is the Age of Triumph record book, which is going to have some various tasks and achievements across all three classes of Guardian for you to engage in to get recorded in your book. Completing any of those tasks in any one class will write it into the book and be applicable to all of the classes. The other thing, and to me the thing that's the bigger deal here, is they are basically doing I almost want to say a remaster, but they're doing a refresh of all of the old raids, including Vault of Glass, Crota's End, King's Fall, and Wrath of the Machine. And they're going to boost the light level used in the 4 raids. They are not increasing the overall cap on light level, which is still going to be at 390, I believe. There were lots of campaigning for them to increase light level to 400, but they are not taking that route. So my own personal take on this is I think this is a pretty awesome way to kind of send Destiny out the door and push it into retirement. The game is still going to be online and available for people to play in, even after the launch of Destiny 2. I also think that is good. So one more last hurrah of achievements and light levels and gear and lore to participate in, I think will be pretty awesome, particularly with its arrival in late March, which will give people something to play in late spring break times for schools where spring break occurs later, but also for people over Memorial Day weekend. And then you'll have tons of multiplayer stuff to get into over the summer until the game releases. I think next year. I think it was originally slated for this year, but is being pushed into next year. I'm not positive. I didn't have time to research that. In fact, check before I started recording this. So I got into a pretty healthy binge and addiction to Destiny last year, kind of rediscovering all the value that it had, and I kind of regret kind of having slept on it for the last couple of years. It's kind of amazing to consider that this game has had a surface life for 3 years and is still kind of rolling. It's still a really good game mechanically. You kind of can't deny that. And if you don't get too wrapped around the axle about the story because you've already played it through, then you can just kind of go in there and have fun with the physics and the really good shooter mechanics. So that is all that I have for tonight. This has been another episode of Gearworks Take on News, a games edition, recorded on the evening of March 8th, the year of our gaming 2017. Please head over to gearworks.com and check out the content that I have over there, or just follow me on my Facebook page or on Twitter, @AgasicallyStamus. That's one word with 2 S's in the middle. Thanks so much for stopping by. That has been the Day in Gaming, and I am out!